So the iPhone 7 is going to be out in just a few weeks. However, watching the presentation or the keynote, I noticed a lot of the features of the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus sounded kind of familiar to me. So this is 5 features that the iPhone 7 borrowed from Android. So the first feature would be the dual lens that's found on the iPhone 7 Plus. So basically how it works, there's one lens for normal photos and one lens that basically has a 2 times like telephoto zoom. Now the feature that's borrowed from Android is just the concept of having 2 lenses for some type of benefit. Now the most recent dual lens instance is the LG G5. So how that worked, the LG G5 had one lens for normal photos and one lens for very wide photos, almost like a GoPro type of thing. So the iPhone didn't copy the exact features of the lenses, just that there can be benefits of having 2. And if I had to choose between a wide angle lens or like a telephoto lens, I would definitely go with the telephoto lens because there's constantly times on my phone where I'm like trying to zoom in for things and it just decreases the quality. Very rarely am I wanting to take a picture so wide that I wouldn't just use my GoPro for it anyway. Like it's always just of people and stuff like that. And there's been instances before where, like I see wildlife or something and I try to take a picture, but you zoom in and it just looks too bad to even share on Facebook. Okay, so the next feature borrowed from Android would be the IP67 water resistance. So the iPhone 7 is now water resistant, so that basically means if you drop it in the toilet now, you're good to go. If you drop it in a puddle, you're also good to go. And the most disappointing thing is that the iPhone 7 has IP67 water resistance, while the Galaxy S7 has IP68. Okay, third feature would be stereo speakers. So the iPhone 7, Apple removed the headphone jack. And one of the reasons they said it was so they can cram in more room for better speakers. So this year's model has stereo speakers. But yet again, a feature that was borrowed from Android. Android did it a long time ago. You remember the boom sound speakers with the HTC, M8, M9, and the HTC 10. Those speakers have been great. The Nexus 6 had stereo speakers. The Nexus 6P has stereo speakers. So they're bringing nothing new to the market in that regards as well. So speaking of the headphone jack, yes, Apple did remove it, but they're not the first ones to do it. If you look back in July, Motorola did with the Moto Z. They made their device really thin. And even some lesser known phone companies did that long ago. And last but not least, believe it or not, this is the first time that Apple has put a quad-core CPU in their iPhone. So what Android phone had that before them? Well, to put it bluntly, every single one. This year, the HTC 10, the LG G5, the Galaxy S7, the Note 7, all of those phones all had a Snapdragon 820, which is a quad-core CPU. So I may get some dislikes for this video, but a lot of the features that the iPhone had this year are borrowed from Android. There's not really anything that I saw that really made me, go wow. And yes, the feature like the dual camera setup is different in comparison to the LG G5, but the underlying idea is still there, using a dual camera setup to give you some type of benefit. But also in Apple's favor, they do a really good job with their hardware and their software. So they may not be the first phone on the market with a quad-core CPU, but they're going to do their best to get the best out of it. I don't doubt we're going to see some of the best mobile games on the market with this. We're going to see really good apps taking advantage of it fully. And there's also a ton of other benefits to iOS versus Android, but it's just all what you like. And there we go, guys. That's 5 features that Apple borrowed from Android devices. So let me know what you think about that. Don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more tech videos, and I'll see you later. Bye.